I think I have found sort of at least a temporary fix for making get ready with me videos a little bit easier to do. However, my camera is balanced in an extremely precarious fashion. And this is my vlogging camera, so I'm sorry that the sound is a little bit different from the normal camera I film on. When in doubt, film a get ready with me video. I wanted to make sure I had a video up for this weekend, and a get ready with me is just kind of the quickest, easiest thing to get out, and I'd like to do more of them on my channel, as I've mentioned. I would like to show you the new Ilia foundation in action. This is going to be included in my foundation lineup review. It's the last one I'm adding to my testing arsenal. I've been getting lots of questions on the Kosas tinted oil, and I will not be including it at some point. I feel like I just need to draw the line so I can put that video together and get it done. The only thing on my face right now, aside from my skincare, which has been super, super minimal in the morning, Suntegrity 5-in-1 Natural Moisturizing Face Sunscreen and Light, and I put that on maybe half an hour ago. So my skin feels nice and prepped, and I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the foundation. I have this in the shade Texel, and it's a really good color match for me. The undertones in it are very, very neutral. My favorite way to apply this so far has just been starting with a small pump, applying with fingers, and then going over with a beauty blender. Unfortunately, it's the day when my black beauty blender is up for rotation. I also have pink and nude, but I try and rotate them, and whichever one is the least damp is the one that I usually go for. The black is my least favorite beauty blender. So while I'm not much of a full coverage foundation wearer, my favorite way to apply them is usually to start with fingers, because I find you get a much more sheer application that way, as opposed to using a brush. If any of you have been watching my live streams on Patreon, this is usually the setup that I'm on. I've been doing very minimal concealing under my eyes. I had been doing quite a bit, and I felt like my under eyes were looking cakey and crepey, and I just find that less is more for sure. So I've just been doing a little dab. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous in the shade Light. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit of additional concealing around my nose. I kind of have some veins that pop through, and for that I'm gonna dip into the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. To set my under eyes, I am gonna use the Antonym foundation powder in the shade Light. However, I am also starting to feel like this is looking a little heavy and powdery under my eyes, so I may need to switch back to the Hourglass powders, which I've been using, or this involves buying something new. I have the Kjaer Weis translucent powder sitting in one of my many dream carts that I have going, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, so now might be the time. I will say though that this powder seems to wear really, really nicely throughout the course of the day. So I find that it kind of only looks powdery within the first maybe like hour of having it on, and then it seems to melt into the skin really nicely. My brows have been really, really basic and easy. I've just been creating a bit of an arch and shaping them with the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. I haven't even been using a brow gel. I'm trying to really get my routine down to, I guess, sort of like the essentials, and I just am not feeling like I need a brow gel at the moment, and I'm really happy with this brow definer. So I'm trying to think if I feel like doing winged liner. I kind of don't really. I would rather do my alternative look to a winged liner, which is curled lashes, lots of mascara, maybe a little bit of cream highlighter on the lid, and then a bold lip. I am going to an outdoor concert tonight, out to dinner and then to an outdoor concert. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood for liquid liner. So when that's the case, what I do is then just curl my eyelashes. These are the Surratt Releve curlers. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Kjaer Weis Radiance highlight. I actually am not even sure if they make this one anymore. When I've gone on to Kjaer Weis's site, it looks like, or wherever Kjaer Weis is sold, it looks like they only maybe sell the shade Ravishing. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna do a little bit of Gressa Obscure, which is just such a go-to for me. I apply this with a pencil brush, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of the Jillian Dempsey Kohl in Deep Aubergine, kind of in the waterline and smudged in. Okay, sorry if the frame is slightly different. I just had to go attend to something. I'm going to tightline my upper lash line with the Trish McEvoy gel liner, mostly for longevity. This is really what I reach for over the Antonym black eye pencil, which is more sort of my everyday tightline eyeliner. Okay, for mascara, I've been trying this little sample of the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Volume Mascara. It's pretty good. I'm kind of waiting for it to dry out a little bit more, but it's totally fine. I don't have any smudging with it. The only reason I wouldn't buy a full size is because the full size packaging of this product is very, very bulky. And also there are mascaras from more eco, cleanly formulated brands that I like, so I don't see a reason. I was just watching the most recent post from the MM&L show. I think it's so funny that they're doing a reboot. I used to watch them religiously when they were posting years ago. They're probably not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, I don't know, it's entertaining. It's interesting because the one that I was just watching, they are like very forthcoming with the fact that they do a lot of plastic surgery or procedures to their face, like very aggressive skincare procedures like intense chemical peels, fillers and injectables and things like that. First of all, I'm not really into that stuff personally for myself. I've talked about that in a patron exclusive video like Beauty Hype I don't buy into. Even since doing that video, I was talking about this in my most recent live stream, there really seems to be a growing niche of holistic estheticians, especially on Instagram. I'm thinking people like Brita Beauty. I recently started following someone called the Therapeutic Skin Coach, and their approach is very focused on using gua sha stones and jade rollers and doing like all of these kind of elaborate massage and lymph drainage techniques, facial needling, acupuncture, cupping, all of those sorts of more holistic modalities I am obsessed with right now, pretty much in lieu of wanting to ever put needles in my face, or wanting to put needles in my face at least right now. Okay, let's finish the rest of the face. This is another reason I wanted to do this video because I have been falling in love again, or maybe for the first time, with my Kjaer Weis products. I have been loving using this Kjaer Weis lipstick in the shade Honor on my cheeks. I have also been loving my cream blush in the shade Abundance. I find the longevity of these products so good on my skin right now, so I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Honor. I'm trying to use up my last little bit of the Well People bronzer stick. That's all I have left, if you can believe it. Usually I like to put a little on the center of my nose as well and blend that in first. Okay, then to use the lipstick as a cream blush, I actually like it better as a cream blush than as a lipstick. Complicated formula to work with. They require a little bit of warming up however you're gonna work with them. So I just put a bit on the back of my hand like this and then finger apply. These formulas are very thick but very pigmented, and I just find that the longevity is probably the best of any cream product I've ever used, like eco or not. When I go to take my makeup off at the end of the day, whether it's at 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever it is, when I use Kjaer Weis products on my face, they're definitely still there at the end of the day. And I can't say the same for some other things. And that's not necessarily to say that I don't like other products from other cream products from other brands. I absolutely do, but I've just really, really been into Kjaer Weis lately. Definitely gives a more matte look to the skin too, so I am gonna add a little bit of more of a creamy sort of highlight on top of this. And I don't have any blush colors that are kind of this cool toned powdery petal pink. Okay, to give a really glossy look to the skin, which might seem a little counterintuitive given that I'm wearing sort of a fuller coverage foundation and more intensive matte cream products on the face, I like to sort of play with textures and finishes and things like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Vapor Velvet Gloss in the shade Crystal, just sort of judiciously on the high points right here. I really like this. It's very wet looking. So sometimes I'll go over that even if I want to take down the glossiness. I'll go over with an Hourglass powder and it's kind of like another layer of keeping everything locked in, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. And now all we have left to do is lips. I have really been going for fuchsias, purple, pinky sorts of colors. I feel like I really reach for those in the summertime. Colors like Bite Beauty Quince, Rodin Billy on the Bike. But in the interest of showing you something new and something I do like, I'm gonna show you what Kosas Electra looks like on me and how it applies. This is much more of a corally sort of red. The best lip liner I have to use with that is MAC Cherry. So unfortunately, not an eco product, but one that I have and still like. I really like to take the time to work lipsticks in to my lips so that they're not just kind of, the pigment doesn't just sort of sit on top of the lips. Creates more of sort of like a stain. Okay, so that is what Kosas Electra looks like on me. I think it's so pretty, I love it. So that's my pretty quick and easy summertime going out to a concert makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me. I wanted to let you know, in case you aren't on Instagram, because I already talked about it on there, I'm doing some freelance video work for the Eco Beauty Boutique in Chicago that I've talked about on here before, Lena Rose Beauty. They just started a YouTube channel and I'm working with them to create some content for it. The inaugural video is up and it's the staff at Lena Rose Beauty's top 5 end of summer beauty picks. Beauty products that are focused on transitioning from hot summer weather to cooler fall weather. So there's a big emphasis on hydration. So if you would just like to see some eco beauty products kind of up close in person, it's kind of like a show and tell of the products and sort of little tips for using them. Brands that we all know and love like Maya Chia, Osmia, Inner Sense, those are some of the brands that Lena Rose carries. And I think we're going to be doing 2 videos a month, every other Wednesday. So you should definitely head over and subscribe to the Lena Rose YouTube channel if you would like to see me talking about products in another space. As always, there's a ton of bonus content on Patreon at this point. I have been on Patreon for about a year. It has been a lot of work, but it's incredibly rewarding work. And I'm really proud of all the content that's over there. There's a year's worth of bonus videos. I do a bonus video every month, so there's coming up on 12 extra videos over there. The one that I've already filmed and I'm getting ready to edit for August is on the beauty brands in the eco beauty space that I don't buy from anymore and why. So for all of you who constantly ask me why I don't buy from May Lindstrom, I talk about it in this video, as well as some other brands like Agent Nature, Living Libations, and that's probably enough of a teaser for that video. And if you like Get Ready With Me videos, I do 2 live streams every month, either a Get Ready With Me or a Get Unready With Me. and those are all available on playback. I repost all of my Instagram stories. So if you haven't yet had an opportunity to head over there, there is a bunch of extra content. I just thank all of the L'Amour patrons who make it viable for me to keep investing time in L'Amour et la Musique. I have some exciting life updates coming up soon. I'm trying to figure out the best way to share them, whether I'll share them first on Patreon or first on Instagram and then on here. I'm not sure. It's always kind of a struggle for me to figure out the best way to share news and updates and other things that are going on. Yeah, I guess that's kind of my little ramble. I hope you enjoyed this makeup. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend if you're in the States. And I will see you very soon in my September Beauty Heroes review featuring Josh Rosebrook. I think I can say that now. I filmed actually demo footage of me using the products in those boxes, so I'm gonna incorporate that into my review, and I will try and have that up this week. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys in that.